In our last video, we made a very simple curtain rod with a little finial on each end that provides a mounting pad that sits on the door that these go on. These are curtains for a door that has a glass window in it. Now, one problem with making things like this is it's real easy to get these pads out of alignment. And while you can sight down this and come pretty darn close, you have to remember this is only about an inch wide. And it's real hard to get a good perspective on whether or not these ends are really in line with each other. It's easy for them to be just a little bit off, and then it doesn't mount very well on the door. It wants to twist and turn a little bit. And it's better if you can get these perfectly in line. Now, if you've got a big flat layout table or work table that you can set this on, you can check it that way, and that works pretty well. But there's a trick woodworkers use quite often that you don't see so often in the blacksmith shop, although I have seen other blacksmiths using this technique. And it's simply a matter of using what are called winding sticks. As I say, winding sticks are really quite common for hand tool woodworkers to use when dimensioning a board and trying to get one surface perfectly flat and straight. Of course, woodworkers' winding sticks tend to be a little bit nicer and more refined than what I use in the blacksmith shop, but the idea is the same. By putting these on the board, it helps you check for twist or wind in the board. If you compare these sticks and the edges are parallel, then the edge of the board or the edge of the piece of iron you're working on is all in one plane. But if you look at it and it's tipped like this, then it is not all in one plane, and you need to fix that twist. Now, the camera really makes this look odd. If I leave this clear down at this end, it really makes things look like they're different lengths. So I'll bring it up here just to give you an example. But if this board were twisted, the stick would stand up like that, and you'd know you had something you need to fix. So in the blacksmith shop, I don't have nice wooden winding sticks, and they wouldn't sit very well on this because they're so long. I'm just going to use a couple of pieces of 1/4-inch square bar. The length really doesn't matter so much. All that matters is that they're pretty straight, and it is a little bit easier to see these if you do something to color the ends. But generally, I'm just picking up a couple of pieces of scrap that I have laying around or cutting a few pieces like this. These are actually going to be S-hooks eventually. And I can use these then to test for wind. In hopes of making this show up a little bit better for the video, I am going to put a little bit of blue tape on the ends of these, or the ends of one of the bars, just in hopes that we'll be able to see that a little bit better on the video. And then I'm going to hope the camera will focus in on this. Maybe a little tough to get all of this in focus. I've set up a whiteboard behind this, so hopefully this will get all this to focus a little bit better, and it'll be a little bit more clear for you to see in the video. But you can see that this stick is not in the same plane as that stick. That means the pads are not in the same plane. So we need to twist one end or the other and make everything right again. And because it's a round bar, it's not going to show that we twisted it. Now to do that, I'm just going to grab this with a regular twisting wrench right here at the end and let it twist over the full length of this if it wants to. And you just make an educated guess. It's actually twisting it in the vise instead of twisting the bar, so I'll tighten that up a little bit. Twist it just a little bit. Put the winding sticks back on. Suppose if you did this a whole lot, some with little magnets might be kind of nice. Is that better? I think I might have actually gone too far there. So this one needs to twist back a little bit. And it doesn't matter if these are level with the horizon line, or at the edge of the whiteboard in this case. It matters that they are parallel to each other. That's the only thing that matters. And that is much better. So hopefully you can see that in the camera. And that is really all there is to using a simple pair of winding sticks. As I mentioned, the exact material, the exact length of the stick, width of the stick, doesn't really matter. You can use these on big gates and railings. You just need sticks that are long enough to go all the way across whatever it is you're trying to straighten. Certainly if I did this all the time, I would definitely make a nice set of sticks, paint them contrasting colors so I can see them very easily. And like I said, a little magnet might not hurt, but you could also use a little spring clip or binder clip, clothespin, something like that, to hold it to the end of something that's this thin anyways. And then they might not fall off so easily. And of course, if you're straightening wider bars, if you're doing a stair rail or something like that and checking it for twist, they're not going to fall off so easily. I hope you found that information useful. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't done so already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. Take some time, watch a few of the other videos, share the videos with your friends, then make time in your day to get out to your shop, make something, but stay safe, wear your safety glasses. We'll see you for the next one.